Hello, dear students. Greetings of the day. I, Mohammad Zishan, welcome you to the online classes of Blooming Buds Code School. Dear students, today we are going to study the first chapter of history, which is the advent of Christianity. We will begin this chapter with a story of my childhood. Uh, when I was child, I was very much interested in holidays. Like you, all people are very much interested in holidays, and you remain always curious and wait holidays for. So I also used to wait for holidays, and very much eagerly. And I used to wait for summer vacations and for winter vacations. So in summer vacations, we were not allowed to play outside because of the scorching heat. So I didn't like that much. But I used to like winter holidays, winter vacations, and I used to wait for this date, which is 25th of December. I used to wait for this day very eagerly. Why? Because on this day, Christmas Day was celebrated in our school, and then winter vacations were declared for 15 days or for 20 days. So I was very much, I used to love this day, 25th of December, because of the declaration of vacations. So we used to celebrate, because I have studied in missionary school, so they used to celebrate Christmas Day there. Okay, Christmas Day. So most of the time, I became very much curious. Ke what this day? Why do we get gifts and sweets on this day from the school? Okay, and then one day I asked from my father, "Okay, Papa, what is Christmas Day? What is Christmas?" So my father told me that, "Okay, beta, it is a festival of Christians who celebrate this day as a birthday of Jesus Christ." Okay, he told me that it is the festival of Christians who celebrate this day as the birthday of Jesus Christ. Then I asked him, okay, what are Christians? Who are these? What is Christianity? Okay, who are Christians? So he told me that, okay, the followers of Christianity are called Christians, right? Then I asked him, okay, what is Christianity? He told me that Christianity is a religion. Christianity is a religion. Then I asked him, Papa, what is religion? Okay. So he told me that religion is a set of principles, tenets, and teachings which guide us, or which guide us or people which guide people to live a rightful, virtuous, and moral life, and and to and it also enables us or guide us to prepare for the next heavenly abode. Next heavenly abode means for the next world. So my father gave me this definition. Okay, what is religion? Religion is a set of principles, tenets, and teachings which guide people to live a rightful, virtuous, and moral life, and also tells us about the afterlife. Okay, and tells us how to get ready for the life after death, you can say. Okay, so that definition he gave me. Okay, this is religion. Then I asked him, okay, Papa, if religion is there and people follow this religion, so do we also follow Christianity? Then my father told, okay, no, we don't follow Christianity, we follow Islam. Then I said, okay, what is the difference between Islam and what is the difference between Christianity? And are there any other religions also? So he told me that okay, there are many religions, okay, and these religions are based on theism. Theism means on the existence of God, okay. If a religion is believing in one God, so that religion is called monotheistic religion. Monotheistic religion. And if a religion is believing on so many gods, then that is called polytheistic religion. Monotheistic and polytheistic religion. And if a group of people is not believing on God at all, and that is called atheism. Atheism means not believing on God. So my father told me, okay, beta, there may be so many religions, okay, based on the God. If some people believe on so many gods, okay, then those religions are called polytheistic religions. Like Hinduism is there, Tangrianism is there, okay, or Roman religion, ancient Roman religion, Greek religion, and even the religion of Mesopotamians, where they used to worship a star, Marduk, okay, which we have studied in the last chapters in class 6th, okay. So he told me, he gave me a list of these many religions, and he also told me about the religions which believe in only one God, which is called monotheistic religion. So he told me, okay, bete, one religion is Judaism, and another religion is Christianity, which I am telling you about, and third is Islam. He told me that these three religions have the same origin and they are called Abrahamic religion. Abrahamic religion. Then I asked Papa, what is Abrahamic religion? Why they are called Abrahamic religion? So he told me that Ibrahim alayhi salam, or Abraham in English, right? These all religions found him as their forefather, we can say. They have belief on Abraham, right? That is why these are called Abrahamic religion. Abraham was considered their forefather, and these religion like Judaism was propounded by Moses. He also told me that okay, the followers of Judaism, they are the followers of Moses or Musa alayhi salam, and they are known as Jews. They are known as Jews, and the followers of Isa alayhi salam or Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. They are called Christians. And then he also told me that we are the followers of Prophet Hazrat Muhammad sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wasallam, peace be upon him. And we are called Muslims. He told me all these things. When I was very much inquisitive about religion, so he told me that religions are of various kind. You can categorize broadly into monotheistic, polytheistic, and atheism or atheistic. In the people, those who are not having belief in God, those who deny the existence of God, they are called atheist. And the people, those who believe in so many gods, like ancient Romans and ancient Greek religions and ancient Mesopotamian religion, in which we have studied about Star, Marduk, okay, these all, right? So those types of religion are called polytheistic. Even the Hinduism, which is dominant religion in our country, is also polytheistic religion, right? And then he told me that some religions believe in only existence of one God, right? And those religions are called monotheistic: Judaism, Christianity, Islam, right? So I heard name of Judaism first time, and I asked him, what is the meaning of Judaism, right? So he told me that the followers of Judaism are called Jews, and they are the followers of Moses, Musa alayhi salam, okay? And the followers of Isa alayhi salam or Jesus Christ are called Christians, and their religion is Christianity. Likewise, the followers of Prophet Muhammad are Muslims, okay, and their religion is Islam. So he told me all these things, okay. Then, as I was very much interested in knowing about the festival of our school, that was Christmas Day, okay. I hope that you would have taken a screenshot of this. I am erasing all these things, okay. So I much very much interested in that, so I kept the conversation focused to that only, to this Christmas Day, right? Then I asked, okay, Papa, who was Jesus Christ? Who was Jesus Christ? So my father told me that beta, Jesus Christ was the son of Mary and Maryam in Urdu, right? And in English it is Mary and Joseph, right? Mary and Joseph, son of Mary and Joseph, right? Then I asked him, okay, he was the son of Mary and Joseph. Then, but when was he born? When was he born, and where was he born? So my father told me that the exact date of his birth is not known, but he was born around 2 or 3 BC. Okay, 2 or 3 years before. This is something very something on which we can laugh. We are deciding some dates on someone's birthday, and the actual date of birth is actually 2 or 3 days behind of that, okay. We say na BC means before birth of Christ, okay. So suppose if we are taking this point as the birth of Jesus Christ, okay, and the time which was before we call it BC, and the time which was after we call that AD, okay. This you must be knowing, right? So yeah, here Jesus Christ was getting born, okay, right? That we have come to one point. We have taken, we have calculated that way of counting the dates, okay. We have generated this way, but actually the actual date of birth of Jesus Christ was not here. It was somewhere here, 2 or 3 years before what we have come to one point, okay. So we will not go that. So he told me that the date of birth of Jesus Christ is not known. Okay, but Christians celebrate 25th of December as his birthday. Okay. Then he told me that he was born in where? In Bethlehem. In Bethlehem. Where is Bethlehem? It is in Jerusalem, Israel. Bethlehem, Jerusalem, Israel. Then, after telling all these things, then one question came to my mind, and I asked from him, okay, Papa, was not there any other religion before his arrival? When he took birth, and you are saying that at the age of 30 years, Jesus Christ started preaching his religion, started teaching his religions, and then he gave the true message of the God, and Christianity came into existence. Then I asked him, Papa, what was the religion when Jesus Christ took birth or before him? Okay, so my father told me, bete, it was Judaism. It was Judaism, and he explained me this way. He told me, take this point, okay, and from here you can say 700 years before. 700 years before. Means when Jesus Christ was born, okay, 700 years before than him, right? Moses was born, okay, and Musa alayhi salam, he gave a religion, okay, or the followers of Moses are called Jews, right? And this religion came into existence these many years before. Then Christianity came, right? Christianity came, and then in later 6th century and 7th century, in 7th century you can say, in 7th century a new religion came, and that religion was Islam. That religion was Islam, right? So he told me this thing this way. So now I become very much interested in knowing about Judaism also, okay. Then he told me that there was Judaism, and he also told me that the follower of this Judaism are Jews, and they follow Moses, right? And they were having their one book which is called Torah. Torah, like we are having Quran, and they are having Bible. Likewise, these people, Jews, are having a book which is called Torah, Torah, okay, or Torah, right? Torah or Torah, and it is also called Old Testament. Old Testament, right? Old Testament. So I asked Papa, if Jesus Christ was taking birth here at this time, right? So what was why there was a need for any religion? Why new religion was needed? Huh? Why couldn't people follow just Judaism? So my father told me that bete, at the time actually conditions were very not favorable for the Jews. Jews were being oppressed. Jews were being oppressed by Romans. He told me that Romans, the people of Rome and surrounding area, right? They had very vast empire, and in 1 century, you can say 100 years before the birth of Jesus Christ, right? Or one general was there. His name was Pompey. What was his name? Pompey. He captured this area of Jerusalem. He attacked on it and established Roman Empire here. He established Roman Empire here. My father told me that Pompey established Roman Empire, right? And then I asked, Acha, so who was Pompey? Was not he a Jew? Was he not following Judaism? So my father told me, no, they were having a polytheistic religion, old Roman religion, polytheistic religion, right? And they used to oppress Jews people, those who were living in here, Jerusalem. Jewish people were oppressed by them. Then my father added on in this, and he told that then one of the Jew leader whose name was Herod. Herod was one Jew, right? He was appointed as the ruler of this Jerusalem or Judea, right? And he was ruling on the name of Roman Empire. Clear? Then he told me that after his death, his son Archelaus became the ruler. And he told me that bete, Archelaus was a tyrant ruler. Tyrant means he was very much cruel. He used to kill people, okay, and his own people, Jews, were oppressed, okay. And Roman Empire became very strong under these Herod and Archelaus, but Jewish people condition was very bad, okay. So he was removed. Archelaus was removed, and Pontius Pilate, Pontius Pilate, he was a Roman. Okay, he was appointed now the governor of this region, Pontius Pilate. Okay, so my father told me that just remember this name, Pontius Pilate. I will tell you more about him. Okay, when we will be I will be telling you about the Jesus Christ. So then I asked from my father, कि अच्छा this was the condition. So why people needed a religion? Why? So my father told that they were not allowed to practice their religion and they were oppressed because of their religion. And in their book Old Testament, there were prophecies. Prophecies means there were it was told that one Messiah will come. One Messiah will come. He will take birth and he will be the liberator of people. All the sufferings of people will be ended when he will take birth. Okay? And you will have to follow him. Right? So it was the prophecy. So when Jesus Christ was born, he was having a charismatic personality. My father told me that he took this education of Judaism religion, right, in Nazareth. In Nazareth, he studied in Nazareth, right? And after studying there, he was having a charismatic personality and he started preaching the true teachings of God. He started preaching about humanity. He told that God is one and we all are the children of God. We should love each other, right? These teachings were being given by him, and it is said that he was having the powers full of miracles. He used to touch the eyes of blind people, and the blind people used to got light into their eyes. They were able to see now. Okay, and the crippled people used to get their limbs cured when he used to touch their wounds, their crippled organs. Okay, so all these things, when he started healing people, when he started impressing people by his teachings and by his healings, people got so much impressed and started following him and started considering him that same Messiah which was written in Old Testament. So then I asked कि Papa, जब they have started following him, so why didn't all people, those who were believing in Judaism, those who were Jews, they become Christian? Then my father told me कि बेटे, some of Jews they brought iman on Jesus Christ. Okay, they had belief and faith in Jesus Christ and started living in the ways told by Jesus Christ, right? And those people and their descendants are called now Christians. And the people, those who didn't follow him, they still followed their old religion, Judaism, they are still Jews. He told me this thing, right? So I asked you why some people accepted and why some people didn't accept his teachings. So my father told me that when uh, when Jesus Christ was giving these all teachings, right, and the Jews were suffering a lot, right? Jews were suffering a lot under the rule of Roman emperors, right? So they wanted to they wanted to bring the rule of Roman Empire to an end. Okay, they wanted to dispose Pontius Pilate, right? They wanted to revolt against the Roman Empire, and they thought that this Jesus will be playing very crucial role in that. Okay, and in starting they helped him, but later on they realized that Jesus himself was becoming a threat to their authority. To whose authority? To the authority of these Jews leaders. Okay, Jews leaders were afraid that even the people of their own religion will start following Jesus if he is not terminated soon. Okay, and we will not be having anyone to rule on or to preach, right? So they were afraid of that thing, and they conspired against him, Jesus Christ. Okay, conspired against Jesus Christ, and put an allegation against Jesus Christ. And one Sanhedrin was called. Sanhedrin was actually, you can say, a council of Jewish leaders. Okay, the entire Judea was divided into districts, so small divisions, which were called Sanhedrin. This was religious unit also, as well as a political unit also, and a council also. Okay, and the Jews rulers or Jews priests used to uh, they were the members of the Sanhedrin. Okay, so the Sanhedrin and the Jews priest put false allegations on Jesus. Okay, and after putting false allegation on him, what happened? He was brought to the court of Pontius Pilate. Pontius Pilate, the Roman governor. Okay, and Pontius Pilate gave him the death sentence. Okay, so he was hanged that way. So I have told you the later part of the story right now. Okay, so then I asked, कि, अच्छा, was he hanged? So my father told, yes, he was hanged. So I asked him, कि, how was he hanged? So my father told me that he was hanged on a cross like this, a sleeve. Okay, his hands were nailed here like this. Okay, and he was he was forced to wear the crown of thorns. Hands and legs were nailed, and he was this method. I asked Papa, "Okay, this is very unique method of punishment. What this method of hanging someone on the cross is called?" So he told me that this is called crucifixion. Crucifixion or crucifixation, you can say, right? Or crucified. So Jesus Christ was crucified. Okay, along with so many other culprits. Okay, those who were uh, those who were charged with very small crimes. Okay, so my father told me that when he was hanged, that day was Friday. That day was Friday. That is why the Christians celebrate Good Friday. Good Friday is also their festival. I knew about that because I was studying in missionary school. Okay, so I thought, हाँ हाँ, Good Friday की छुट्टी तो होती है हमारी, ठीक है. Then my father told that is the day when the Jesus Christ was hanged. Okay, and then after he told, okay, after the third day from his hanging, okay, he got he took birth, means he came to life again, right? He died here, he was put to death, and then on third day he appeared again. Okay, he got life again, and my father told that day is called resurrection day. Resurrection day means Jesus Christ got life again and he appeared before his people, right? And that day that day was Sunday. That day was Sunday, and Christians celebrate Easter on that day. Easter on that day, right? So he was resurrected. He got his life back, and then he descended to the heaven. He went to the heaven. It is the belief of Christians. So my father told me all this story, right? Then afterwards, I asked him, "Okay, Papa, tell me one thing. Okay, this was there, right? So how this religion has grown so much? Why this religion has grown so much? What was the condition? What were the socio-political condition, right? My father told me कि बेटे for the growth of a religion, that religion, if that religion is supported by a king, right, then that religion flourish a lot. Okay, that religion flourish a lot. So my father told me story of Constantine. He told that Constantine was a ruler, ruler, okay, Roman emperor. He had a vision. He had a vision of cross, right? In his dream, he had a vision of cross, and he got a voice that okay, his if he fight on the name of Jesus and all his soldiers draw this mark on their helmets, then he will win the fight, the battle. Okay, the battle in which he was going to appear, right, against his in-laws, right? So he did the same thing, and what happened afterwards? He won the war. He won the battle, and when he won the battle, he brought iman on Christianity, right? He brought faith on, he had faith in Christianity, and he became a Christian, Constantine, right? So Constantine became Christian. So when the ruler became Christian, the condition of Christians, which was not good earlier, right? Because they were being oppressed by Jews and the Romans. Okay, so their conditions improved. So many taxes were abolished, and Christianity became the state religion. He worked for the spread of religion, and Christianity spread to vast empire. Today, around 30% of the total population is Christian. We are having a population of 700 crore in the world. So out of this 700 crore, around 200 crore people are Christians. Okay, my father told me all these things. So this was appearing very nice to me. Then I asked him, Papa, acha, why after him, what happened after him, how was the society, right, after him, what happened to the Christianity? Then my father told me the story of Europe also. He told me a new thing which was feudalism, right? My father told me that when Romans were ruling, right, then the empire was very strong, right? But when the Roman empire declined, Roman empire was divided into two empires. Roman empire was divided into two empire, he told me. One was towards the western side, which was called Western Roman Empire, Western Roman Empire, and another was towards the eastern side, which towards the Asian side, it was called Eastern Roman Empire. Here the capital was Rome. Here the capital was Nicaea also, and Constantinople. Constantinople, Nicaea, right? Nicaea, right? So my father told that this one was it was, it is not elephant, okay, it is Europe, right? So he told me that this European side one and the Asian side one, right? The empire which was in the Europe was Western Roman Empire, and the empire which is in the Asian side or the Eastern Europe, that was Eastern Empire, right? Eastern Europe and Asia. So this empire was prone to the attack of so many Germanic tribes. Germanic tribes means some tribes of Germany. These were Goths, these were Vandals, these were Franks. Okay, so many other tribes were also Goths, Vandals, Franks. They attacked. Okay, they attacked on people here, right? and the Western Roman Empire came to an end. Okay, it came to an end. Then afterwards, what happened when this Western Empire came to an end? Then in this area, small lords came into existence. The entire area was there, and here a system of feudalism came into being. I asked, what is feudalism? So my father gave me a term in Hindi, Samantwad. So I didn't understood that. What is Samantwad? What is feudalism? So my father told me that feudalism was a socio-political system in which the entire empire was divided into small estates, okay, and those estates were given to the lords, okay, and lords used to further allocate this land to the small vassal lords, and small vassal lords used to give the land to the peasants and serfs, okay. They used to collect taxes from them and used to collect the share of the produce from them and used to give it to the king, and also they used to maintain army for helping king in the fight, okay. That he told me. So he told me very nicely, he told me that, okay, suppose this is a and one region, one empire is there, okay. So this empire was divided into small, you can say, uh, estates, you can say, or you can say, okay, small areas, okay. So there was a king, right, who was the ruler of all these areas, okay. He was the ruler of owner of all this land, okay. But whichever land was there in the empire, he was the ruler of this land. Then he used to appoint here bishops, or he used to appoint landlords or lords, okay. These people were called lords, right. So after them, this bishop 1, this is bishop 2 or lord 2, lord 3, lord 4, lord 5. Suppose these many lords or bishops were there, right. Bishops or lords were there, and then after that, these bishops used to further divide their empire. Like suppose it is this one, okay. So they are dividing it into further small parts, right, and they are appointing their vassals, okay. What they are giving this land to? Vassals. Vassals used to give this land to the peasants and serfs. So serf were the people, those who were not having land, and in this feudal system they stood at the very lowest rank, okay, and king was at the highest rank, right. Their work was to cultivate the land, produce grain, right, and that grain was sent to king, right, sent to king. That was the source of earning, right, and in return king used to provide them what? Safety, right. These lords used to maintain army, right. This army was there to help king during the time of wars and to protect their peasants and serf, right. So this system was there. This system was called feudalism, right, in Europe. So this system